State your name one more time, please.
Adam Christensen, 6948 Ridgewood, Clarkston. Are you looking for a synopsis of what we're doing here, or?
Well, maybe you should tell us why we should approve this.
Well, it's a nice needed facility to have in any area. It's, basically what it is it gives it the chance for residents and companies alike to dispose of any household material, construction debris of that nature. It's just a place to dump debris. There's not many of them around. There's a couple landfills to the east of here, and there's a transfer station in Pontiac, and that's about it for our county. Other than the south, there's a couple down in Madison Heights, I believe. It's hard for people to get rid of debris. I've been in the business my whole life just doing dumpster rentals. I do construction dumpster rentals. I set them off at people's houses or businesses and commercial jobs alike, and we haul the material to the landfill. So now I just want to open a disposal center where people can bring it to me. I'm the middleman. We sort through and recycle what we can and haul the rest off to the landfill. And instead of like my current business hauling 10 loads a day to a landfill, we haul the Grand Blanc, which is a little distance. We would bring our material back along with other people's and haul that larger trailer. So basically making one trip to the landfill instead of 10.
So this facility has would have the chance of generating a lot of traffic on Williams Lake Road, in and out, potentially heavy trucks.
My primary target audience are going to be pickup and trailers, small construction companies that basically have a pickup and trailer. They haul their own debris, whether they strip shingles off of a roof, whether they demo a kitchen. So that's going to be the primary traffic, other than my trucks too, like my roll-off trucks. Volume-wise, I mean, Williams Lake is a pretty busy road. Of course, it's going to add to it, but I can't tell you the volume of vehicles that go by there every day, and if it's going to add, 50 more trips, 60 more trips in an hour, I don't know.
Would there be any type of hazardous waste that would be brought there?
We're not accepting any municipal waste, any garbage trucks even, for that matter. So like I said, it's
Municipal, but what about residential?
people can bring their trash in, but we're not gonna accept hazardous waste. No, we're talking furniture, toys, garage cleanouts, attic cleanouts, miscellaneous debris.
Car engines?
No, not a scrapyard. No.
Your letter that you sent to the board here, you said that no hazardous materials will be accepted, no liquid of any kind, no asbestos, no propane tanks, nothing to contaminate the soil. You can have somebody there read your letter. I'm getting the idea that when they bring in a dumpster, they're gonna basically unload it right there on a scale or ground. You're gonna have somebody picking through that to make sure that you don't have nothing.
Yes, I'm sorry. Everything will be weighed in on a scale, so your vehicle will come in full and weigh in. We'll get the full weight. Pull over to an enclosed building, dump it out on a concrete. The whole place is going to be asphalt and concrete, and therefore it'll be sorted through. Then, there's going to be a couple guys on the floor at all times, whether it's on the floor physically or in a loader machine. So you can see right then and there what's dumped out.
And you agree with the planning commission's recommendation for the landscaping in the front there?
Oh yeah.
I know you guys.
Yeah, that was.
We pretty much, the planning commission wanted you guys to be screened off the road.
Yeah.
Basically, we didn't want to see.
I'm sorry, Pat McQueen, Chief Engineering. Yes, we did address that, and Justin Damon still hadn't had a chance to finalize his review on the site plan, but he added all the trees that they asked for along there.
So this is just first step out of 3. You still gotta get approval from the township for a resolution, then you gotta go to the county and then to the state is the final.
Yes. Yeah, the state is more of just a licensing end. Once it gets approved with the township, then it goes to the county, and you basically get added onto their solid waste plan, which is in revision right now. But regardless, regardless, you get added onto their plan, and then the state is just a licensing, formality.
I'm looking through your letter real quick, I don't see nothing for your hours of operation, what would those be?
I haven't even set them yet, but basic, I would say 7 to 5, 7 to 4, 8 to 4, 8 to 5, somewhere.
Monday through Friday,
Monday through Friday, too.
no weekends?
I don't like to work weekends myself, but I'm not gonna say we might not do an 8 to 12 on Saturday,
Okay.
possibly.
So again, why this location, wouldn't it be better suited for something a little more rural area, necessarily not so close to residentially developed properties?
Well, it's a zoning issue too. Pretty much, general industrial is hard to find. Get out in the rural and it's not zoned industrial, it's not gonna pass.
Are you the owners of this property
Yes,
yourself?
yes.
You say that this is a proposed waste processing facility. Explain what kind of processing you're gonna be doing here.
Well, it's a transfer station essentially, what it's called, but the processing end of it, yes, will be, really the only thing that can come in construction-wise that can be recycled, and probably the majority of the material is wood, even dimensional lumber. It can be shredded and used, reused. Wood, metals, concrete, those are the primary things that we would accept that can be recycled.
So say you have concrete, you're gonna crush the concrete?
We're not gonna crush it there, we will haul it to a crusher. Yep.
So you said the wood, so there'll be a chipper or shredder there?
I'm not shredding anything other than sorting. I'm sorting and then I will take it to another facility that does shred wood.
This is all done under roof?
All inside, yes.
So you've got trucks coming in with trailers and pickup trucks, things like that. With your, once that's all processed, you're gonna be putting them in large semis or what?
Yes, yep.
Okay, so they're gonna be tearing up, Williams Lake Road a little bit too, so.
Well, it won't be. The idea though is that, I mean, he doesn't know how quickly this will, this business will go, but as far as, it's not like you're gonna have all these trucks, 10 trucks a day, semis, it's gonna take a time to fill up. He's got 2, like, lower parking bays where these semis will be. After they sort, they'll load them up into those. And, I mean, what would you anticipate having per day?
This is a pretty mom and pop operation and it's not like a ordinary transfer that accepts MSW from garbage trucks that are just one after another, constant flow. I really can't predict what kind of volume we're gonna do for sure, but, if you're envisioning just semis one after another,
What about dust control?
well, it's all, the whole place is paved. Right from Williams Lake on in, there really shouldn't be. I mean, of course, we'll sweep and water what we have to, but it should be very limited anyway.
And will there be something up, say, I know you're gonna have paper and cardboard, you have some type of fencing or something that'll keep it from flying during windy days, flying over the area, and then is there any
We
smell?
can close the doors, it's gonna be completely.
So everything's gonna be enclosed then, basically?
Yes.
Okay,
It's gonna be inside the building, yeah.
okay.
So you're planning to build a building here?
Yeah, there's gonna be actually an office building with a scale, a truck scale, and then a separate processing building.
A truck scale for the semis to come through?
There is a site plan in the packet that shows.
There is, yeah. You're at the east end of the property, going north to south, the east end of the property is where you're gonna be parking at.
Yes.
Yeah, the west end comes to a point, there's no area there to work in.
Correct.
But, I know you mentioned the zoning, unfortunately, there are other businesses along that strip where there's been a number of complaints from the residents who live in the area. Yeah, there's a few that I think we're dealing with right now. I know there's one that has a tendency to be a regular stop for our fire department on issues that have come up. So I'm not really sure we want more of that.
That area is zoned M2 over there, so it's a perfect fit for that site over there. And what else you gonna put in there?
zoning for that site? I don't, you know, there's.
Okay, in the first paragraph here, it says all materials would be periodically removed. So it just,
Pretty much, when a trailer is full, we move it.
okay. And then it says utilize outdoor storage as an accessory use to store dumpsters on site. How many dumpsters would you be looking at storing on site?
Well, right now, where I'm currently at, I'm in Clarkston, I mean, I might, depends on the busy season or slow, busy or slow season, but, I mean, I might have 30, 40 dumpsters there, my slow times,
What size dumpsters?
10 yards.
10 to 40?
10 to 40.
10 to 40,
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
Where are you at in Independence Township?
White Lake.
Okay, I know where you're at over there, okay. And then the other thing I wanted, it said that the purpose of this is accepting construction waste, remodeling debris, wood, drywall, shingles, metal, concrete, etc. And, not professing to be a know-it-all or anything, I spent 40.5 years in construction business, did a lot of demolitions, and we know anything prior to 1978, any drywall or plaster removed has lead-based paint in it. It just, 1978 backwards was lead-based paint.
Just don't need it.
What's that?
Don't need it.
You don't need it?
Don't need it.
No, I won't need it, but still, it's just like I said, it's got lead-based paint in it, and on top of that,
I was joking.
no, I know, it says airborne, I had expensive masks my guys used to wear, and then if somebody decides to pull the old siding off their house, and it's not the cement board siding, it's asbestos board siding, and bring that and dump it on site. So there's potential for asbestos and or lead-based, and then they made rules and regulations for this stuff, so people didn't breathe it in and become airborne and so on and so forth.
Well, as far as I know, that's considered non-friable asbestos because it's not very dusty. Anything that can go into the landfill, we're gonna accept. The landfills don't take friable asbestos, which is, well, some might, but they put them in a different area, different spot, which is the bag insulation, asbestos insulation that is really dusty. So there's friable and non-friable. Anything that's on siding or flooring or, things of that nature. I mean, yeah, if you scratch it with your fingernails, is it gonna be dusty or, but they don't really emit that much.
'Cause I remember when we used to have separate dumpsters for that had to be bagged and tagged, literally what you had there. It could not go in with your other waste. The asbestos, pipe wraps, anything. I did sort through and try and figure out, you get paid, you did stuff by bid, and the more time you spending around trying to figure this out, that out. It had asbestos in it, it went in one dumpster, it had lead-based paint, it went in a designated dumpster, it was bagged and tagged and went off to the landfill separately.
I've been hauling in the landfill for over 30 years and I used to work in the landfill actually when I first started out, but, like I said, they accept non-friable asbestos, which is on your construction debris. It's just not the airborne insulation. Some pipe and that wrap might be considered, friable.
Okay.
But basically, when people, they're gonna put it on the ground, we're gonna scoop it up, put it on our trailers, it's gonna get hauled out. It's a really simple operation.
So you have a facility in Independence, are you gonna keep that open? Why are you looking for a second facility?
I can't do that business there. It's just too small of a piece of property. Right now, I just do the dumpster business, and so that's all I've done in my own life.
So these dumpsters that you're gonna have, are they gonna be after hours, will they be covered?
I'm sorry, say it again?
The dumpsters that you're gonna have, let's say the dumpsters are full after hours, 5 o'clock, whatever, you're gonna have those covered?
No, I won't have any full dumpsters on site. If my guys come in after hours, I'll let them dump in the building, and they can set their dumpsters off empty. I won't have any full dumpsters outside.
And then when you fill a dumpster up, it gets hauled away.
The trailers, yeah, I have 2 trailers, if you look at the plans, 200-yard trailers that are gonna be inside the building on a lower level.
Okay.
Once they get loaded, they're just back round trip, back and forth, back and forth. So they will be loaded inside the
Okay.
building.
So they're all enclosed.
Yeah.
All enclosed, okay. Anybody else have any questions?
Yeah, would you feel comfortable living around a site like this?
I have no problem at all.
And do you know that we do have 34 named lakes in Waterford that we need to protect?
Yep, the property is on a wellhead protection area, which, there was two things that we had to do to meet, because of the wellhead protection area, we had to enclose the building, which the state doesn't require that, Waterford Township required that, for it to actually have doors and be all enclosed. And we have to use a limestone base under pavement. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but because it's in a wellhead protection area, you can't use regular crushed concrete for a base, I guess. Not sure why. But, there's gonna be no pollutants, there's gonna be nothing going into the earth. In fact, it can't, because where we're operating, it's all pavement. And the worst thing that could really honestly happen if somebody comes in and dumps a gallon of paint or two in the grass, it's gonna be on concrete. I suppose stuff in my shop all the time, accidentally, put fork right down and pick it up, you know.
Okay, anybody else have any other questions for this gentleman? Any other comments? Okay, thank you. Okay, we have a motion in a second.
I'll make a motion to approve 5151 Williams Lake Road, proposed waste processing facility.
5351, Williams Lake Road.
5351, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'll support that.
Okay, any further comment on that? Okay, so roll call vote.
Bartolani,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Marquis, no. Houseworth,
No.
Metsura, no. Monahan,
No.
Wall,
No?
5 noes, 2 yes.
Okay.
Can I just say something real quick?
Sure.
When I bought that property for $1 million, the contingency was getting township approval,
Which we got.
which we got. We were told we only needed it through the planning commission. I went ahead and purchased the property. Unbeknownst to knowing that the county requires trustee approval. Nobody knew that until after the fact. Can I ask why? Why did you not see the advancement there?
We get a lot of pushback from everybody.
But is there a reason, is it reasonable to push back?
Right.
Or you just can't?
No, I think their concerns were reasonable, considering, like I said, I mentioned that some of the other businesses that are down the road, that there's been problems with them, not blaming that on you.
That's right,
Just
other
this
businesses.
age.
Everyone's gonna run a business like other people do. I look at an aerial at the neighboring properties and all you can do is laugh at, you guys allow that. My place would be a Taj Mahal.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's past planning, past boards, you're probably right. A lot of this stuff shouldn't be there, and adding to it is not gonna help resolve that issue.
It's not adding
I
to
hope
it,
that
it's an
through
improvement.
time, those other businesses will close down, and we get something a little bit more suited in there. And that's,
But the board.
It's zoned, it is zoned for this type of, this is a, we are told by the time, this is a perfect
we
area.
need to look at the zoning for that area.
The planning
Well, you
commission,
contradicted yourself.
the planning commission makes a recommendation to the township board, and the township board decides what's gonna happen there. If it's gonna be yes or no.
Okay. See you guys in court.